It's me again with another short video on toys and spies and space and other usual sort of nonsense. This is the Mego Roger Moore James Bond doll. Was issued in 1979 when the film came out. This is unboxed, but it's complete. It was the European issue of the standard American one that just came in the space suit. This has got all of the accoutrements that Bond would need to fight Drax and his minions in space. Didn't actually wear a spacesuit like this at all in the film. It's fairly similar to the Space Marines outfit, but there was publicity pictures of Roger Moore taken wearing the complete spacesuit, and certainly in the original screenplay there's a section where Bond does venture out into space. So I'm sure that, as with most productions, they set into the merchandise probably while the film was still being made. Obviously he had a chance to look through the screenplay and saw, he wears a spacesuit, so we'll kit him out in that. Let's have a look. Like I say, I've ended up putting this guy together over a number of years, buying bits and pieces at toy fairs, bits and pieces on eBay, till I managed to put together a complete one. Over the years I managed to put together 3 or 4 of the standard figures and pass those on to people while I was heading towards this guy. I've ended up with a few extra pipes at the back, I think, but I was never going to complain because that only kind of adds a little bit to the authenticity of the look of him. Strangely, despite all of this stuff, including this amazing helmet with the blast shield and everything else, which is really quite authentic, he didn't come with gloves. He's got these cufflets here and these bicep support things, and the gun, which is again very authentic, but quite a lot of collectors that display this figure use these gloves. They were produced perhaps by Kenner for use with the $6 Million Man doll first off, but then they were used by Palitoy for their later edition Action Man when he became a kind of a space ranger. But either of them, wherever, if anyone's got one of these on display, the gloves, it just adds to them. But they're not. If you're looking to pick up one of these dolls and complete it, you don't need to look for the gloves, because the gloves aren't what they should come with. But it should come with the harness, the backpack, I believe at least 2 sets of pipes. I've got 3, as I say, I can't complain there. The helmet comes in 2 parts, clips together from side to side, and then you've got the blast shield over the top, and then there's the visor on the front, all of which is original. You've got the backpack control arms on either side, and you've got the up kind of control handles, and then there's a crossbar to which attaches one of the laser guns or laser rifles, and again really quite an authentic replication of the gun seen in the film. To be perfectly honest, not a favourite of mine in the Bond series as a feature film. A bit daft. I think Spy Love Me is the high benchmark for Roger Moore personally, but certainly as an Anderson fan, Derek Medding's work on Moonraker is a big attraction for me. But there's some nice stuff in there, but I tend to find when I watch it now on DVD I'll just jump about to the effects sequences, but anyone that's into Derek Medding's works will know what I mean. But like I say, as a Mego collector, which I am as well as a James Bond fan, this is a kind of a perfect marriage of interest for me. So there was no way I wanted one of these to pass me by. I was 15 or so when the film came out, and in that kind of in-between time where you're too old to play with toys but not quite old enough to be regarded as a collector, so you tend to avoid toy shops like the plague, although I often used to sneak in. And I'm sure if I'd seen this guy in a shop as a 15-year-old kid, I still probably would have wanted to buy one and tuck it away so my friends didn't know about it. But then when I hit, I think 18 or so, I thought, blow this, I'm never going to grow out of this stuff. And I happened across one of these figures without any of the bits and pieces, and thought, oh, I'd love to get one of those. And kind of a 20-year mission then took place, buying the bits and pieces. You do see them occasionally complete, but they're a lot of money. Not the sort of money I was prepared to spend or had at the time when I had seen them. So it was a matter of buying bits and pieces over a 20-year period till I put this fella together. So I'm very happy with him, very pleased. Just have a little look. One of the times I bought stuff, there was the instruction sheet amongst some of the bits and pieces. So that tells you how it all fits together. Really quite nice artwork. And of course, one of the strange ironies of all of this is the fact that Mego pre-publicised this figure to the trade and to the shops and to the toy industry using photographs of one of the actual miniature figures used in the film, and that of course was an Action Man. So Mego were using a kind of a rival company's figure to advertise a figure of their own. So there you go. Thankfully this one you probably can't see it too well, particularly under the blast shield and the visor. It's one of the period of time for Mego when the heads were made with a slightly unstable plastic compound or mixture of compounds that turn the faces that grey-green colour. This thankfully is one that's not gone too green, but I have done the famous tyre slick and the plasti dip thing on quite a few figures, and I've done that to him, I think, and it lasts for a couple of years, then you do it again, so it's kind of not permanent, but it lasts a couple of years, so I may have to do him again. But there you go, Mego's truly fantastic Roger Moore Moonraker figure. Hope you enjoy it, and again keep your eyes out for other bits and pieces of this ilk that I will be posting on YouTube. Hope you've enjoyed it. Cheers guys.